Welcome to Julian Coburn Books, where I will give you writing tips and tricks on your way to writing your first novel. To begin, we are going to figure out how to set up your document to write your novel. This is the first and most important step in getting everything started, get the ball rolling. First thing that we have to understand is that books aren't the same size as normal documents. When you start a new document in Google Docs, to format, what you do is you go to File. And once you're in the File menu, you can go down to Page Setup. Once you click that, you'll be shown this screen. And you want to definitely apply to the whole document because your whole book's going to be printed this way. What you do is you go to Paper Size. The default will be letter. Now remember, books are written in A5 size. You click that. So for your margins, if you're using Google Docs, it's not very accessible to change. So for right now, let's just get the margins all the same. So now we'll set it, and these pages are significantly smaller. So first, you gotta choose a font. Now, for writing your book, use Times New Roman or any other serif font. Don't make it like a Comic Sans or any decorative font. This looks a lot better than this or this. Now you've got that set up, we gotta figure out font size. Now it's typically recommended that you stick with an 11-point font size or a 12-point font size. I like to write in 12-point font size. I find when I'm reading books, the bigger font is, the more readable it is. But really that won't matter because you're not going to go above 12. Otherwise it looks unprofessional. It makes the lettering too big. You want 11 or 12. You can go down to 10, but you should stick with 12. Your next most important thing is figuring out your indentations. Now I know for years when I write, I click tab and then do whatever. Next line, tab, whatever. The issue is, when you look at this is way too large of an indentation. There's way too much of a gap. What you'll find is when you're writing, there's going to be way too much space in between the end of your previous paragraph and the start of your next. What you want to do is go to Format. Then you go to Align and Indent. And you want to go to Indentation Options. Right? You do not mess with this. Go to Special Indent and go to First Line. That way only the first line of the paragraph gets indented. And what you want is about half an inch. You can tweak it a little bit, but the standard is half an inch. Right? Now every paragraph you write is going to have indentations of half an inch. As you can see, this looks like a novel, while this looks unprofessional. Once you start writing, you'll notice that this does not look good. Once you realize that your text isn't going to the far edge, what you can do is click Ctrl A to select all of it. And you can go to Align and Indent. And here you can choose Justify. Now everything will reach from both margins. This entire guide is implying that you can add on a title page or a table of contents later. I will have a tutorial for that upcoming. What you can do now, however, is add your page numbers. So what you want to do is click Insert, and then go to Section Break. You can click View to show non-printing characters, and you can see that this is a section now. You can click Insert, and you can go to Page Elements and Page Numbers. Now click whichever one you like. You can have it at the top, you can have it at the bottom, whatever. So now 1, 2. Now you can change the page numbers alignment to be in the middle if you want, or middle of the top, or top right. The reason why you want this to be a section break is so you can put in that title page if you want to. Let's say the title of this novel is Your Book. Now the title page won't have page numbers, which you don't want because it's not a reading page. And then the following pages will. By default, Google Docs also has line spacing at a pretty good value for books. You could probably increase a little bit, but for readability, I think 1.15 is about as good as you want. And now we can enter the advanced section. You've seen novels before. A lot of them have what are called keycaps, which are the big letters at the start of most chapters. If you want to start with a keycap, Google Docs doesn't have an option specifically for that, but I'll show you how. First, you get rid of the first letter. Then what you will do is go to Insert, and you will go to Drawing. I know there are other ways to do this, but I find this is the best way for me. Go to New, and then while you're here, you want to create a text box. Be careful to keep it in the correct font, because you don't want an Arial keycap and a Times New Roman text, right? And you shrink the box as much as you can to get rid of that margin, and you save and close. You will now insert the T. Now what you want to do is you want to make it wrap with the text. You want to make sure it actually fills the entire gap. But this looks weird, right? Even if you align at the top, it looks a little off. So what you want to do is you want to decrease that margin either to 1/16 of an inch or 0 inches. I like 0 inches for the sake of flowing better. Now, of course, if this is wrong, you can always go back and adjust the boxes. So now you can align it as well as you can. And then make sure to ignore any mistakes because you don't want T the coffee. You can make it large and take over multiple lines or just normal sized. Now, you should have a pretty good idea and a pretty good start to writing your novel. This has been Julian Covering Books, and subscribe if you want more guides like this. And also, make sure to watch my shorts for smaller short tutorials.